Welcome to the Am Speedway. Glad to see everybody back here tonight. As we said, it's been way too long since we've all been here together, but while we were away, have gone on and done a few great things at other speedways. Had Tyler Stevenson go to Brockville this past Saturday night and win his first ever sportsman feature at the Boss. Of course, he has a win here already this year, but Tyler got the job done there, and our own Gavin Isley took over the point lead over there last Saturday as well. Also got a big congratulations going out to Justin Pope. He went to the Glenridge Speedway last weekend and picked up a mini stock feature win over there, so Justin getting it done as well at other racetracks across the Northeast. Oh, I got another birthday got to pass along. Happy birthday to the one and only Bobby Thurston Jr. He's won in just about every division you could possibly think of. Put a wheelbarrow out there and he'd probably win in that too. Happy birthday, sir. 21 again. And if you did celebrate a birthday while we were gone and we didn't hear about it, we hope you had a wonderful birthday as well, and hopefully you enjoy your day here at Can-Am. Of course, coming up next week, it is Vintage Christmas in July. The Eastern Ontario Vintage Stock Car Club will be on hand, plus a full show for the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds, the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman, Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars, and the Donath Motorworks Limited Sportsman. According to our schedule, it's saying that the Panther Frameworx Crate Sprint cars are not on the schedule, but that could change as the days go on, but we'll keep you informed of that. As the Donath Motorworks Limited Sportsman roll trackside for their first heat event of the day. And it is going to be Haily Brownell on the pole, the 747. Alongside is going to be the 14 of Camdin Cook. Row number 2, the 11 is going to find Brady Howard aboard the number 54 out of Hamlin, with Logan Brown, a 5-time winner this year in the number 9. Row number 4, it will be Scott Countryman in the number 2 with Joseph Fargo on the 411. Final row, Brianna Murtaugh on the 33 and the 21 of Gage Howard. 6 laps will be the issue. Coming up after this, we will have the first of a couple of heats, the Panther Frameworx Crate Sprint cars. It's been way too long since we've been here at Can-Am, but we're back here on Friday night. Green lights are on and we're underway. And Camdin Cook jumps out into the race lead. Genavieve Bartlett got lots of confidence from that win about a month ago here. Holds on to the second spot. Good battle going on for third as the Anthony Brownell 63 gets by Haily coming through turn number 3 and 4. Is going to bring Logan Brown with him right up to spot number 4. And Brady Howard trying to get into the top 5 early on as we work lap number 1 of this 6-lap feature or heat race. As they work down the backstretch, we got them all out of shape over there in the backstretch. Anthony Brownell got way sideways. He's off the backstretch. Loses a bunch of spots, but picks it back up behind the tail of the field as they complete lap number 2. It is Camdin Cook, the race leader. Haily Brownell way out of the ballpark in turn number 4. Keeps foot in the throttle, keeps on going. We are going to stay green, and we have got caution on the racetrack. Yellow on the racetrack. Anthony Brownell into the wall over there in turn number 4. So this is the 8th heat race of the season for the Donnath Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Brady Howard has the most heat wins all season with 3 on the year. Genavieve Bartlett and Camdin Cook tied with 2 apiece, and Logan Brown, he's got 5 feature wins, but he also has 1 heat win this year. So the field has caught up to the pace truck, which is conveniently supplied by Bob Johnson Auto Group. Tommy Martin at the helm tonight. Camdin Cook, Genavieve Bartlett, Logan Brown the top 3, Brady Howard, Brianna Murtaugh the top 5, Gage Howard, Haily Brownell. Waiting on Joseph Fargo and Scott Countryman to catch up to the tail end of the field. Of course, again, we want to thank everybody for their continued cooperation here tonight. Of course, to see all the trash cans around the Speedway, we encourage you to use those if you have something you need to throw away. We encourage you to use the trash cans tonight and try to keep our facility as clean as we can. And we thank you very much for your cooperation on that. And checking out the Donnath Motorworks Limited Sportsman action this year, Logan Brown kicked it all off on April 26th with a win. He backed it up again on May 3rd with his 2nd of the year. Brady Howard interrupted the streak on May 17th with his 1st of the season. Then it was the Logan Brown Charity Classic for the next 3 weeks, May 24th through June the 7th. He won 3 in a row. Then Brady Howard stopped the streak one more time on June 14th. Most recent winner was Genavieve Bartlett back on June the 21st. New lineups for me. Thank you, Jennifer Sibley. You are the greatest. And of course, in this division, we don't keep track of points, but we do keep track of feature wins, and that has gone in favor of Logan Brown. Logan's had a great season. He also made his way up to the Brockville, Ontario Speedway a couple of weeks ago and won for the very first time up there as well. So Logan very good on the short tracks as well as the big track here at Can-Am. We told you about some birthdays earlier tonight, and well, one young lady had a birthday as well. Brandy, she's right down there by the flag stand, keeping Mike LeClaire in line. Brandy, you're doing a good job. Keep it up. She's either ignoring me. Yeah, she laughed. She did laugh too. She's either ignoring me or just not paying attention to what I'm trying to say, but probably a little from column A and column B too. Lineup is good, go ahead, double up, drivers. Lineup is good, go ahead, double up. So lineup is set. We are just about ready to go.
Last hole.
This time now, show white.
Showing off his belly.
And that is not a good night for the 63 of Anthony Brownell. As you see, they're having to cradle that car off the racetrack. So tough break to start things off. I know everybody was itching to get back out here on the racetrack here at Can-Am tonight after such a lengthy break, but we're ready to go. Again, those of you watching live on Dirt Track Digest TV, glad you are joining us from wherever you may be tonight, and enjoy the show from the comfort of your own home if you are there. So everybody lined up where they need to be. 9 cars left on track. Again, 2 laps complete, 4 more to go. First and only heat for the Donnath Motorworks Limited Sportsman coming up. We will have the first heat for the Panther Frameworx Crate Sprint cars.
Moved it, anyways, you had to push it back.
And of course, we are back here tonight. As you can see, obviously, we are back on the kart track tomorrow as well. So if you're looking to get some extra racing in on a Saturday night, you can head right back here to Can-Am to the kart track just behind us. around 5:30 start time there. So get there early, get yourself a good seat too, because we have had some really good crowds on the Saturday night kart shows at Can-Am, and I encourage you to get here early, as you might see some of the future stars that'll be one day out here on the big track as well. So Can-Am Speedway Pace Truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group heading to the safe haven of the pits off of turn number 3 and 4. 2 down, 4 to go. Camdin Cook, the race leader, will set the pace up off of turn number 3 and 4. Mike Leclerc shows the green, and we're back underway. Cook gets the advantage again down into turn number 1. Bartlett right in his tire tracks as they motor down the back straightaway. Battle for the 3 spot between the 2 drivers that have done the majority of the winning here in 2024. And that's Logan Brown and Brady Howard. And Howard shoots around the top side, picks up 3rd, looking to get by Bartlett for the 2 spot. Here's a come back down to the line. 3 down, 3 more to go. Camdin Cook looking to get another heat win here tonight, but Brady Howard on the charge in that 54, takes over the 2 spot from the 11 of Genevieve Bartlett down the back straightaway as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Bartlett trying to run Howard down, coming up off the turn. We got 2 laps left to go. Battle is on for 3rd. Logan Brown trying to find the way by Bartlett into corner number 1 and 2, and Brown able to take the spot away as they hustle down the back straightaway. He's trying to run down the top 2, but he's running out of time. White flag in the air as Camdin Cook will bring it back down to the line this time by 1 more trip around the Can-Am Speedway for Camdin Cook, looking for his 3rd heat win on the season. Last picked up a heat win back on June the 7th. And wants to get his 3rd one. He's got about a 5-car length advantage over Brady Howard and Logan Brown sitting back there. 3rd checkered flag is in the air, and the win will go to Camdin Cook in the 14. He'll cross the line for his 3rd heat win of the year. Brady Howard, Logan Brown, the top 3. Genevieve Bartlett will cross in 4th. Brianna Murtaugh will round out the top 5. Then it's Gage Howard, Joseph Fargo in the 401K, Haily Brownell, and Scott Countryman will complete the rest of the field. And that does it for the Donnath Motorworks Limited Sportsman, as the first qualifying heat race on the night for the Panther Frameworx Crate Sprint Cars will be up next. For the Panther Frameworx Crate Sprint Cars.
Tiger's here tonight.
Oh, they said 12.
Slow getting started tonight.
Yeah. They started at 12.
And we'll give you the starting lineup here in just a moment as Cam MacKinnon rolls trackside in the number 85 machine out of Ridgeway, Ontario, Canada. And in car number 25, that is George Sanford from Lafargeville, veteran here at Can-Am. Talking with George, he told me all of his career wins have come right here at this racetrack. He has visited other speedways and had some good runs elsewhere, but this is the track that is his home, and of course this is the only track that he's ever won at, but he'd like to get a sprint car win to his resume as well. So waiting on the 87 of Andrew Hennessy and the 19 of Taylor Doxtater. They're supposed to be in this one. Ryan Poole and Josh Verne Jr. are not scheduled in this heat. So Doxtater is on his way, according to race officials. So we'll get the lineup situated here in just a moment.
1B, you are in this heat. I had a wrong lineup.
Feature winners so far this year in the Panther Frameworx Crate Sprint Cars. Tucker Donath, the winner on April 26th to kick the year off. Josh Verne Jr. for 2 in a row, May 3rd and May 17th. Andrew Hennessy went on a string of 3 in a row from May 24th all the way to June the 7th. Then Tucker Donath got back to victory lane on June 14th. Josh Verne Jr. got his 3rd win of the season on June the 21st, last time we were here.
1B and 00, you are in the first heat.
As far as the qualifying heat races is concerned, Josh Verne Jr. and Tucker Donath lead all drivers with 3 wins apiece, and then Andrew Hennessy has 2 heats as well.
I think she's got to get the 00 up there.
Gotta give me the 00 up through there somehow.
So Ryan Poole will be making his way back out. We got the lineup squared away and we're ready to go. So it'll be Cam MacKinnon on the pole along with the 271 and Tiger Chapman. Row 2 it'll be George Sanford, the 25, 52 Marc Surprenant. Josh Verne Jr. in the number 1 along with the 00 of Ryan Poole.
Drivers, I'm going to go green off of turn 4, green off of turn 4.
6 laps is going to be the distance. Green lights are on, we're underway. Cam MacKinnon jumps out into the lead early on here as they work into turns 1 and 2. Tiger Chapman jumps to 2nd. Watch for Verne on that inside lane. He got by Marc Surprenant for the 4th spot. Now he goes by Sanford to pick up 3rd. Verne on the charge early on here as they click off lap number 1. It's Cam MacKinnon, the race leader. MacKinnon sets it up on the inside lane. Josh Verne Jr. looking to make a big move on the top side of the racetrack. Tries to pull even terms, dusts up the back straightaway with Tiger Chapman down the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4. And Verne trying to find the way by the 271 of Chapman down in front as they cross the line for lap number 2. Cam MacKinnon trying to win his first ever Can-Am heat race as they work it down the back straightaway off of turn number 2. Josh Verne Jr., he switched lanes that time, draws even terms with the 271 of Chapman. He drives it down to the bottom, picks up 2nd, and now goes after the 85 of MacKinnon down the front straightaway with 3 in the books. Three laps are complete. Coming around with 2 laps left to go. Cam MacKinnon trying to hold on and win his first ever Can-Am heat race, but Josh Verne Jr. trying to get his 4th of the year as they come back down to the line with 2 laps left to go. Josh Verne Jr. is closing the gap. Josh enjoying another great season, especially here at Can-Am. 3 wins on the year, no worse than 2nd in any of the features he's run this season. 2 wins at Brockville as well, but Cam MacKinnon trying to fend him off. White flag in the air, final time for Cam MacKinnon into turn number 1 and 2, and Verne closes right up on the back bumper of the 85 of MacKinnon down the back straightaway. Checkered flag will be waving this time by. Verne's going to give it all he can into turn number 3 and 4. MacKinnon trying to hold on, checkered in the air. Cam MacKinnon's going to hold on for the win. Verne will cross in 2nd. Tiger Chapman will get 3rd. Ryan Poole will cross in 4th. George Sanford and Marc Surprenant will complete the rest of the field, and that will do it for heat race number 1 in the Panther Frameworx Crate Sprint Cars. And Cam MacKinnon gets his first ever heat win in the Crate Sprint division here at Can-Am. Heat race number 2, ready to roll to the Speedway right now. Up after this, we will have the first heat on the night for the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds. So it will be Tucker Donath on the pole, two-time winner this year in the number 28, alongside of Ken Klinkowsky in the number 30. Row number 2 is going to find, it looks like it's going to be Josh Verne Sr. in the 1X, along with the 87 of three-time feature winner this year, Andrew Hennessy. Final row, Taylor Doxtater in the 19, alongside making his debut tonight in car number 08. That is James Kiah. James Kiah aboard car number 08. Second of 2 heats in the Panther Frameworx crate sprint cars on track. Whitesboro Plow Shop, DIRTcar 358 modified heat race number 1 lined up in the staging area, ready to go. Set for green, LeClaire looks the field over. Bob Johnson Auto Group pace truck heads off to the speedway in turn number 3. Green lights are back on and away we go. And it's Tucker Donath jumping out into the race lead. Andrew Hennessy made a big move on the top side to go to 3rd. Josh Verne a little out of shape off the backstretch, as is the 08 of Kiah. He'll bring it back out on the racetrack, but in the meantime, it is Tucker Donath in command of the field as they bring it down across the line. Good battle for second here between Andrew Hennessy and Ken Klinkowsky through turns 1 and 2. Hennessy able to get the spot as they work the back straightaway. Klinkowsky a little stronger up off the turn, trying to pull even with Hennessy, but Andrew had no part of that, drove back by him, and they're still seesawing back and forth for 2nd and 3rd. In the meantime, though, Tucker Donath pulling away from the field into turn number 1. About a 5-car length advantage right now over the battle for 2nd, which is tapered off right now between Hennessy and Klinkowsky, as Hennessy holds on to 2nd, Klinkowsky there for 3rd, Taylor Doxtater 4th, Josh Verne Sr rounds out the top 5 as they come back to the line. 3 down, 3 more to go. Little over 1.5 seconds is the spread between Tucker Donath and Andrew Hennessy right now as they work the back straightaway, and the lead keeps increasing into turn number 3 and 4. Donath has got a fast race car right now. The Palermo, New York native sets it up off of turn number 3 and 4. 2 to go for Tucker Donath. Andrew Hennessy there for 2nd, Klinkowsky into 3rd, Doxtater and Verne your top 5. Then it is James Kiah completing the rest of your field in position number 6. First time out in a sprint car for James Kiah. Just getting used to things out there, looking really good though. White flag in the air for Tucker Donath. Tucker Donath looking to win his 4th heat race of the season if he can get the job done here as he works in turn number 3 and 4, just over 2-second advantage over the 87 of Andrew Hennessy, and that's how they're going to finish. Tucker Donath, heat win number 4 on the season. 2nd will go to Hennessy. Ken Klinkowsky will round out the top 3. Then it's Taylor Doxtater to 4th. Josh Verne Sr rounds out the top 5, and James Kiah will complete the rest of your field. And that does it. Heat racing is complete for the Panther Frameworx crate sprint modifieds, ready to. And first heat on track, it's going to find the 63 of Adam Roberts out of Watertown, along with the 36 of Dan Beachard from Russell, New York. Row number 2, it's Andy Howard, the 21 out of Hammond, along with Edwards, New York's Lucas Fuller in the 74. Watertown's Ryan Bartlett, the 39, along with the 7 of Sean Shaw of Philadelphia. Row number 4, Preston Forbes, the 45 from Potsdam. Brian Hudson out of Adams in the 621. Final row, car number 66W out of Brownville, that is Derek Webb, and the 19. 3-time and defending track champion out of Watertown, New York. That is Tim Fuller. 8 laps is the distance. First of 2 heats in the Whitesboro Plow Shop. DIRTcar 358 modifieds. RJ Tresetter and Tyler Meeks have the most all season with 3 apiece. 8 laps the distance. DIRTcar 358 modifieds are green once again. And they take it into turn number 1, and it is going to be Dan Beachard picking up the race lead. Adam Roberts gets freight trained down the back straightaway as they work in turn number 3 and 4. Everybody jockeying for position right now, but all of them are chasing Dan Beachard through turn number 3 and 4 as they work down the front straightaway. Oh, Fuller and Webb come together and gets into Adam Roberts coming down the front straightaway. as they work in turns 1 and 2. And if Dan Beachard had a rear view mirror in this car, he would love the action to see behind them as they are all scrambling from second on back. And Dan Beachard leads the way coming down the front straightaway at lap number 2. Ryan Bartlett, Preston Forbes, and Derek Webb, that's your top 5. And then it's a battle between uncle and nephew as Tim and Lucas Fuller go at it for position. Lucas has the number 5 spot. Tim takes it away from him down the back straightaway and looks to go after Derek Webb for position number 4 as they work it off in turn number 3 and 4 and back down to the line. Dan Beachard full control down into turn number 1 and 2. Battle is on for that number 2 position. Ryan Bartlett has it. Preston Forbes enjoying one of his best years ever in a 358 modified. 2 wins this season at the Mohawk International Raceway, including the prestigious Memorial Cup event they had there a few months ago. Holding on to the 3 spot, Derek Webb is 4th, Tim Fuller still 5th. As they exit turn number 4 and lap number 4, it is still Dan Beachard well in control. Got the lead of the drop of the green flag. Dan looking for his 2nd heat win of the season. Currently enjoying almost a 2-second advantage over the battle for 2nd with Bartlett and Forbes as Beachard brings it back down to the line, this time by the Blevins Ford Bicknell Racing Products ride. Working the bottom side of the racetrack. Everybody is migrated down to that inside lane. Not much on the top side right now for anybody to try to step out of line and make some passes. But at the moment, Dan Beachard loves it. He has the preferred spot, the number 1 position. Back to the line this time by 2 to go for Dan Beachard. Bartlett still holding on to 2nd. Forbes still there for 3rd. Then it is the 66 of Derek Webb, 19 of Tim Fuller. Holding on to position number 5. Then it's Lucas Fuller, Sean Shaw, Brian Hudson, Andy Howard, and Adam Roberts. Your field, white flag in the air for Dan Beachard. Sets the car up nicely down into turn number 1 and 2. Holding that inside lane as he works it down off of corner number 2 and down the back straightaway. Bartlett and Forbes giving chase, but they're going to run out of time. Checkered flag is in the air, and the win will go to Dan Beachard, his 2nd heat win of the season. 2nd will go to Ryan Bartlett, Preston Forbes, Derek Webb, Tim Fuller, the top 5. Lucas Fuller, Sean Shaw, Brian Hudson, Andy Howard, and Adam Roberts. So that will do it. Heat race number 1 is in the books for the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds. Heat race number 2 about ready to roll trackside right now.
Again, 36 feet, 39, 45, 60.
As Cameron Black leads the way out in the number 23 along with the 18 of Scott Webb. Row number 2 Franklin Mackin in the number 3 along with the 27 of Nick Webb. Row 3 RJ Tresetter in the 21, Tyler Meeks in the 9. Row 4 Billy Dunn the 49, 21 Larry Welling Jr. Final row all by himself in row number 5. That is Lance Willick. Set for green, 8 laps is the scheduled distance. Cameron Black and Scott Webb on the front row. Green lights are on and we're underway. And everybody wants that inside lane. Scott Webb just gave the elbow to Cameron Black down the front straightaway. Black has no problem going back down to the inside lane, picking up the lead again. Webb's going to shoot to the top side. Youth versus experience, and experience pays off for Scott Webb. He grabs the lead coming down the front straightaway to get lap number 1 in the books. Cameron Black there for 2nd. Tyler Meeks holding on to the number 3 spot. Franklin Mackinnon, Nick Webb dicing it up for the 4 and 5 spot right now. Larry Welling and RJ Tresetter going at it for position 6 and 7. Billy Dunn trying to find some running room, as does Lance Willicks in the 31. Whereas those 2 drivers right at the top of the leaderboard as far as the point standings is concerned coming into tonight. Willicks currently 2nd in the 358 modified point standings. Dunn is 3rd as they work the back straightaway off of corner number 2. In the meantime, Scott Webb trying to get his season turned around here as the Brownville, New York native brings it off the turn. A healthy advantage right now over Cameron Black, who holds on to position number 2. 9 of Tyler Meeks right there in spot number 3. Franklin Mackin trying to fend off Nick Webb for position is behind them. RJ Tresetter, Billy Dunn, Larry Welling, and the 31 of Lance Willicks trying to move up. But at the moment, they're all chasing Scott Webb. Brings it down to the line. A 1.7 second lead for Webb as he makes his way through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Webb finished 9th the last time we were out here at Can-Am back on June the 21st. Best finish this season was a pair of 6th place efforts back in May. Would like to change that around. He got back to victory lane after a long dry spell last season. Right now he leads the way as he works it down the back straightaway off of corner number 2. About a half a straightaway advantage back to the battle for second between Cameron Black in the 23 and the 9 of Tyler Meeks, and Scott Webb looking to win his first heat race since May 31st of this season. Right now he leads the way comfortably into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway they go. 2.3 seconds is the lead spread between Scott Webb and Cameron Black. Black having one of his best runs of the season as well. As they bring it back to the line, white flag in the air for Scott Webb. Cameron Black there for second. 9 of Tyler Meeks holding on to third. He's been working that outside lane better than anybody all night long. Franklin Mackin having a solid run tonight into 4th with Nick Webb in 5th. Checkered flag in the air, and Scott Webb goes to victory lane in heat race number 2. Dominant performance there for Webb. He gets his second heat win of the year. Cameron Black, Tyler Meeks, the top 3. Franklin Mackin will get 4th. Nick Webb 5th. Billy Dunn, RJ Tresetter, Lance Willicks, and Larry Welling Jr. So that does it. Heat racing is complete for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds. Bob Johnson Auto Group of 3 heat races in the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman here this evening. Those who just joining us here at Can-Am, glad you could be here with us tonight. Modified heat race is now complete. Heat race number 1 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman will be rolling trackside.
Ton of cars in this division. Yep.
And Mike Gadbaugh making his way out on the racetrack. Justin Gadbaugh will go away from the point in the 18G alongside of the 5R of Steve Roberts from Harrisville. Row number 2, Dylan Moore out of Elgin in the 35D, along with the 707 of Greg Brinklow. Row number 3, Gavin Isley out of Lafargeville in the 18, the 62, Jonathan Murphy from Carthage. Row number 4, Brendan Moore, 35B. Alongside of him will go the scheduled to go was the Fox 28 of Tyler Stevenson, but I believe the lineup has changed a little bit here.
Waiting for the Fox 28 to see if he can go. Yeah, they're waiting for the Fox 28.
That's what I say, he ran the whole lap.
4 tires qualified.
There he is.
Tyler Stevenson.
Right.
Well, right now.
Yes. He was just questioning his lineup because he wasn't.
So it will be Justin Gadbaugh, Stevie Roberts on the point. Dylan Moore, Greg Brinklow, row 2. Gavin Isley, Josh Riom, row 3. Brendan Moore and the 4, Mike Gadbaugh, will complete it.
Not gonna be it.
Set for green, 8 laps. First of 3 heats. Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman ready to go. We're underway. And they'll take it through turns 1 and 2. 3 wide off the turn. Stevie Roberts gets the position on the top side. He'll take over second, but Gavin Isley on the charge as he works his way into turn number 3 and 4. Isley again enjoying a great year as he'll pick up second. In the meantime, it's Justin Gadbaugh with the lead. 4 wide nearly on the front stretch. Josh Riom thought better of it, tucks it behind the 35B of Brendan Moore as they're going after his younger brother Dylan coming down the back straightaway. Greg Brinklow pulls out of line. He'll look to pull by the 35D of Moore into turn number 3 and 4. And Brinklow now up into the 3rd spot as Dylan Moore holds down to 4th, Brendan Moore 5th. 2 laps are complete in this 8-lap heat event. First of 3 on the night for the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman. Gavin Isley, 7 heat wins this season, would like to get win number 8. He would trade them all for a feature win this year though, but a win is a win, and right now there's a pair of 18s going at it at the front of the field. The 18G of Gadbaugh holds the lead on the bottom. Gavin Isley's trying to go to the high lane, and we haven't seen too many cars go up in that high lane and have some success, but Isley's making it work, especially down in turns 1 and 2. A little bit better on the bottom through 3 and 4. He'll pull even with the 18G of Gadbaugh down the front straightaway. As he crosses the line at lap number 4, we're halfway home. 4 down, 4 more to go. Justin Gadbaugh trying to fend off the 18 of Gavin Isley as they work the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Lap number 5 will go up on the leaderboard this time by, and Gadbaugh holds a steady wheel up off the turn. Gavin Isley right there with him. No, he's going to make this the longest 3 laps of Justin Gadbaugh's racing career as Isley pulls up. Oh, and Gadbaugh got a little airtime, collected one of the infield tires down there, and Isley takes full advantage, takes over the lead in turn number 3. Gadbaugh trying to fight right back on the bottom, but Isley will have no part of it. Grabs the lead off of turn number 4 and starts to draw away. 2 to go for Isley. Gadbaugh relegated to second. Greg Brinklow up to the number 3 position, and that 707 ride as he works the bottom portion of the racetrack. Brendan Moore is 4th, Dylan Moore 5th. Josh Riom, Stevie Roberts, and Mike Gadbaugh will complete it. White flag will be displayed this time by. Final trip around the Am Speedway for Gavin Isley. The only night this season that Gavin Isley did not win a qualifying heat race was back on May the 3rd. He's won 7 heats already this season. Heads up into turn number 3 and 4, and heat win number 8 for 2024 goes to Gavin Isley. He's in victory lane again. Second will be Justin Gadbaugh. Greg Brinklow for 3rd. Brendan Moore will get 4th. Josh Riom gets by Dylan Moore. He'll cross in the 5 spot. Dylan Moore 6th. Stevie Roberts and Mike Gadbaugh in that order. So Gavin Isley, heat win number 8 on the year. That's 8 wins and 9 tries. That's pretty impressive stuff. As we mentioned, he would trade them all in for 1 feature win this season.
Sorry, 35B.
And heat race number 2 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman. Give it the starting lineup here in just a moment.
Yeah, we got
Taylor Doxtater on the pole, the 2, along with the 621 of Trevor Gibbons. Row number 2, it's Owen Nyer in the 1734 of Eric Nyer alongside. Row number 3, Jessica Power in the 52 and the 7D of Dustin Hutton. Final row, Frank Sibley in the 92, Tyler Stevenson in car number Fox 28. Looking for his 2nd feature win of the year is Stevenson. Got a win this past Saturday night at Brockville. I'll have to go from spot number 8 tonight to try to get another heat win this year. Actually, to try to get his 1st heat win of the season. Set for green. It's Doxtater and Gibbons on the front row. We're underway. As they work the back straightaway, it is Trevor Gibbons out in front. Taylor Doxtater back to second. Eric Nyer now third as Dustin Hutton moves up to fourth. Tyler Stevenson started eighth on the grid, and he is on the top side and going forward. He gets around the 17 of Owen Nyer to pick up fifth, and now he's working on the 70 of Dustin Hutton for position number 4 as they work it down off of corner number 2, but the top 3 are pulling away down the back stretch. It's Trevor Gibbons, Taylor Doxtater, and the 34 of Eric Nyer in control of the top 3. Making their way through turn number 3 and 4. Gibbons works the high lane. Eric Nyer now battling with Doxtater for the number 2 position, and Doxtater surrenders that spot to Nyer into turn number 1 and 2, and Eric Nyer on the charge down the back stretch and going after the race leader. A couple of Carthage, New York natives going after one another for the race lead. Philadelphia, New York's Taylor Doxtater still there for third. Dustin Hutton, Central Square, holding on to spot number 4. Tyler Stevenson's going to lose the 5 spot to Jessica Power. Power had a bit of a rough start to this heat race, but she's rallying nicely here as we close in on the halfway point. 3 laps in, and she's moved her way up into the top 5. Meantime, though, battle still on for the race lead. Gibbons is going to step it up to the high lane. Nyer is going to stick with the mid portion of the racetrack right now. 4 down, 4 more to go. Trevor Gibbons still in control. Gibbons looking for his first heat win of the season. Eric Nyer looking to get his 4th of the year. Taylor Doxtater watches from position number 3, about 10 car lengths back in 3rd. Dustin Hutton, Jessica Power, the top 5, as the top 2 continue their battle. Up at the head of the class, 5 down, 3 to go, and there's the opportunity for Nyer right there on the inside lane. Gibbons gives him the room down low as they'll drag race down the back straightaway. Nyer with that preferred groove on the inside, and Trevor Gibbons going to stick with the high lane. Nyer to the bottom. 2 evenly matched cars coming down the front straightaway. Drag race to the line. It's Nyer by a half a car length with 2 to go. Eric Nyer catches an infield tire, and in the process, Gibbons collects the right rear on Nyer's car, but they're able to keep it straight and keep going. They're still in the battle for the race lead, though, as they work through turn 3 and 4. The white flag is in the air. Final trip around for Eric Nyer, but Trevor Gibbons is not done. He's got Eric Nyer in his sights. Will he be able to catch him and get by for the race lead? That's the question now. White flag in the air, final time for Eric Nyer as they work the back straightaway. Top 2 have separated themselves, a big gap between them and Taylor Doxtater for 3rd. Checkered flag in the air, 4th heat win of the season for Eric Nyer. He'll bring it across the line and get the win. Trevor Gibbons a hard-fought 2nd. Doxtater will cross in 3rd, followed by Dustin Hutton, Jessica Power, Tyler Stevenson, and Owen Nyer. And that does it. Heat race number 2 is complete for the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman Heat Race number 3, ready to roll trackside next. And Eric Nyer getting his 4th heat win of the season, ties him currently with Tyler Corcoran, who will be up next in this heat race coming out right now. Third and final heat rolling to the speedway right now, led by Dave Rogers in the 44, along with the 34K of Keegan Nyer. Row number 2 is going to find the 1D of Paul DeRutter with the 0 of Xavier Andrews. Row number 3, Mike Fowler in the 410, 33 of Alan McDonald. Final row is going to find Ryan Shanahan in the 32 and Tyler Corcoran, the only 2-time winner this year, the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman in the number 64, 4-time and defending track champion.
8 laps, 4 cars qualified. 8 laps, 4 cars qualified.
Sophia! This way.
Just about set to go.
It's so fun.
Looking for green. Leclerc looks him over. We're underway. As they hit the back straightaway, Dave Rogers shows the way down into turn number 3 and 4. Keegan Nyer right there with him. Xavier Andrews makes the move for the 3 spot, trying to get by Paul DeRutter into turn number 3 and 4 and back down to the line. Mike Fowler right there on his back bumper as they cross the line for lap number 1. Dave Rogers, Keegan Nyer, 1 and 2 at the moment. Battle is on for the number 3 spot here. Xavier Andrews has it. One of Paul DeRutter trying to take it away. Mike Fowler, current point leader right now in the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman Division, holding on to the 5 spot. Ryan Shanahan, Tyler Corcoran chasing him there with Alan McDonald completing it in the 33. 2 down, 6 more to go. Rogers in control. Looking for his first heat win of the season as well, as Keegan Nyer had a lot of successful runs in the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman before making the jump up into this class this year, full-time. Holding on to second right now, and Keegan Nyer with that 2 spot. The 0 Xavier Andrews holding on to third, but for how much longer, that's the question. Mike Fowler putting the pressure on him right now. Paul DeRutter dusted up the back straightaway and allowed Ryan Shanahan to scoop by for the 5 spot. Tyler Corcoran there for 6th, along with Alan McDonald in 7th. 4 down, 4 more to go, and Dave Rogers making this one look rather easy. The Lafargeville, New York native, 2-time track champion in this division in 2016 and 2018, working it down the back straightaway. A healthy advantage over the rest of the field right now as Rogers leads the way by about 1.7 seconds. Almost 2 seconds is the spread between him and Nyer as they come back down to the line. 5 down, 3 more to go. Rogers in control of it. Meantime, behind the top 2 drivers, Xavier Andrews still there in position number 3. Ryan Shanahan found something on the outside lane. He draws even with Mike Fowler into turn number 3 and 4. Fowler trying to get him back on the bottom, but Shanahan shuts the door going through turn number 3 and 4. 2 to go this time by. Dave Rogers, Lakeside Property Management 44 ride, holding on to the number 1 spot, and that lead is grown. It's up to almost 3 seconds right now, 2.77 to be exact. We'll see how much it is as he comes back down to the line. White flag in the air for Rogers. Second is still Keegan Nyer, having a solid performance in that 34 ride, and it's almost 3.5 seconds for Rogers. He is flying around the Am Speedway right now. Checkered flag will be displayed this time by. Third and final heat race for the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman will go to Dave Rogers, his first heat win of the year. Keegan Nyer will come home in position number 2. Xavier Andrews will get third. Ryan Shanahan, Mike Fowler, and Tyler Corcoran will complete that group of cars along with Paul DeRutter and Alan McDonald. Ready to roll trackside next for their first of 2 heat events.
33 days. Back
Hunters.
Yep, last one.
And we'll give you the starting lineup in just a moment here as the first heat rolls trackside.
Water ain't gonna do it. Oh, you just trapped it yourself. 61.
I like number 2, but I also like
Robbins, 61 is Robbins.
Stay out there, Tommy, stay out there.
Wells?
22, where that's supposed to be in this race. 22 Rezo.
So, heat race lineup adjusted here, as we'll give you the lineup now. To be Camdin Cook on the front row on the pole in the number 72. Along with the 111J of Anthony St. Mary Jr. Row number 2, it's the O.J. White 94 machine, along with the 26 of Damian Beckler. Row 3, Corey Valad, the 21V, and the 60 of Francis White. Final row scheduled to go is Lyle Robinson, the 61, and the 9 of Dylan Burdick. So Tony Frezzo is scheduled to go in heat race number 2.
This is the number 60. Anybody got to look at a 60?
Francis White is actually supposed to be in heat race number 2.
What you doing, boy? What's up,
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Again, next Friday night, it is Vintage Christmas in July, as the Eastern Ontario Vintage Stock Car Club will be on hand with us with a full show for the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds. Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman will be here next week as well. Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars and the Donnath Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Race time, as always, 7 o'clock. Again, the Upstate Elite Cheerleaders are here selling 50/50 tickets tonight. If you have not gotten your 50/50 tickets, please do so at any time during the night. We'll be doing the drawing right after the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modified feature tonight. Of course, Upstate Elite Cheer, they're looking to help purchase some new uniforms for the growing program next year. And, of course, they're located at the Extreme Sportsplex in Adams, New York, and looking forward to their 4th season. Also want to remind everybody that our friends at Stop DWI are reminding everyone to drink responsibly this weekend, to have a plan, and to get home safely. Am Speedway is also an official partner with Dirt Empire magazine. Each issue of Dirt Empire is filled with dirt track racing photos, stories, and interviews, and more. Dirt Empire magazine is dedicated to dirt track racing. Pick up your copy right here at Can-Am at the concession booth or souvenir booth, or go online to dirtempiremagazine.com. Set to go green, first of 2 heats in the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars. 6 laps is the distance. Green lights are on and we're underway. And Camdin Cook did not get going on that initial start. Anthony St. Mary Jr. just drove right around him, picked up the lead. Damian Beckler there for second. O.J. White battling with Corey Valad for position number 3. Valad on that outside lane, White down low as they work their way off the turn. St. Mary way wide coming off the turn, opens the door for Valad and Beckler to close. Beckler there in the number 1 spot. Watch for Valad through the middle, and Valad got a great run that time. Not sure where. Oh, and St. Mary goes off the back straightaway, dusts up the back stretch a little bit, loses about 3 spots in that exchange. St. Mary, the most recent winner. And in the meantime, Corey Valad washes wide off the turn, and Beckler gets the lead back as they go back and forth down the front straightaway at lap number 2. O.J. White looking to pick up a spot here. Lots of positions changing quickly here in the early laps of this 6-lap heat event for the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars. And Damian Beckler has the best seat of anybody. He's got the lead, but the battle is on for second. Corey Valad has it. O.J. White trying to take it away. Opening day winner Lyle Robinson up into the mix as well. He holds on to 4th, looking for 3rd right now. St. Mary rounds out the top 5 with the 9 of Dylan Burdick and the 72 of Camdin Cook completing the rest of your field. The battle is on for the race lead. Damian Beckler trying to fend off Corey Valad as they work in turn number 3 and 4. Back to the stripe this time by. We will have 2 laps left to go, and Beckler and Valad going at it for the lead down the front straightaway with 2 laps left to go. Damian Beckler has not won a heat race yet in 2024, and neither is Corey Valad. Of course, Valad running on limited appearances with us this year, trying to grab the heat win as they work in turn number 3 and 4. The white flag is in the air. Final trip around for Corey Vlad. Damian Beckler now trying to fight off the 61 Lyle Robinson for the 2 spot. O.J. White still there in 4th. Anthony St. Mary Jr. rounds out the top 5. And meanwhile, Corey Vlad driving away down the back straightaway. Comfortable advantage, about 6 car lengths over the battle for second, which is a good one between Lyle Robinson and Damian Beckler. Checkered flag is in the air. Checkered flag waving. First heat win of the season for Corey Vlad. He'll grab the win. Second will be Robinson. Beckler will get 3rd. O.J. White 4th. Anthony St. Mary Jr., the handling issues continue with that car, but he holds on for a top 5 finish. Caden McKett and the 9 of Dylan Burdick will complete the rest of the field. That does it. Heat race number 1 is complete. Corey Vlad, the victory lane. Heat race number 2 will be ready to roll trackside right now.
Again, 21B, 61, 26, and 94. To the scales, please.
I'm going to show you a good spot. Ready? I'll show you. Ready?
So heat race number 2 for the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars is ready to go. Jared Gilson on point in the number 22. Jay alongside is scheduled to go.
Stay out now, stay out, stay out.
We got to ask your mom, but I'll go with you if you want to go, okay?
Is the 22 of Tony Frezzo.
16, 11 ahead of the 9, please. 22, Douglas, 41. Good now, Cal, good.
So we got the lineup squared away.
Green off turn 4, green off of turn 4. 6 laps.
Terry Gardner was actually scheduled to start from the pole, but he's elected to drop to the tail of the field. So that's going to bring Jared Gilson to the point with Tony Frezzo alongside, row number 2. He's going to find Michael Greenfield in the 16 with the 27 of Justin Pope, row number 3. Will be the 90 of Jim Sprague. 113 of Chris Bonofsky out there on the outside of row number 3. 41 of Terry Gardner. Josh Verne Sr. in the 22T. Green lights are on. Final heat race of the day as the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars work their way into turn number 1 and 2. And it is Tony Frezzo in control, and problems for Verne on the front straightaway. Slows considerably here on the front stretch. Yellow lights are back on.
Slow car on the outside in turn 1. Slow car on the outside in turn 1.
Of course, Justin Pope out there in the number 27. Justin, as we talked about earlier in the night, with Can-Am being off for the last little while, he took a trip over to the Glen Ridge Motorsports Park last Sunday and picked up a mini stock feature win. So congratulations to Justin on the big win there at the Ridge. Those of you who've been to Glen Ridge before and know the difference between here and Can-Am, completely different racetrack. You can pretty much fit Glen Ridge right in the infield here at Can-Am as well, but great racetrack over there in Fultonville, New York. Got to call the DIRTcar 358 modified season opener back in early June with a good friend of mine, Toby LaGrange, the voice of the Glen Ridge Motorsports Park every Sunday night. Our own Jordan McCready is the defending track champion in the DIRTcar 358 modified ranks there. But Justin went up there and got a win this past Sunday night. Justin's only win with us this year came back on May the 31st. He's looking to get his second of the season to join Damian Beckler, Francis White, and Anthony St. Mary Jr. as two-time feature winners this year. Right now, trying to get through heat race number 2 in the Sundance Leisure Thunder cars. They'll be back later on tonight for a 15-lap feature go. Intermission time will be coming up right after this heat race. Down at the Motorworks Limited Sportsman will be the first feature up on the night for 12 laps. Am Speedway Pace Truck, brought to you by Bob Johnson Auto Group. Heads off the speedway in turn number 3 and 4. Leclerc looks them over. Green lights are on, and we're back underway. 2021 track champion Tony Frezzo to the lead. Justin Pope shoots to the high side of the racetrack, looking for his first heat win since opening day. That was all the way back on April the 26th. It has been a long time since Justin Pope has won anything here at Can-Am, and right now he's trying to find his way by Tony Frezzo as Chris Banofsky a little out of shape off of turn number 4. Holds on to it. Will stay in the number 5 spot, but Banofsky a little bit out of shape over there off of turn number 4. As they work down the backstretch. Justin Pope, Tony Frezzo, two of the fastest cars in this class right now, holding on to the top 2 positions. Jared Gilson, Michael Greenfield going to give them a run though as they make their way down the front straightaway. Frezzo goes wide, opens the door, allows Justin Pope to sneak on by down on the bottom lane. And Tony Frezzo relegated to second. Jared Gilson rounds out the top 3. Michael Greenfield trying to move in and take away a spot as well. He holds on to 4th. Chris Banofsky 5th, Josh Verne is 6th, Jim Sprague 7th, Terry Gardner completes the field in 8th. Halfway home, 3 down, 3 more to go, and Pope looking for his second heat win on the year. But Tony Frezzo's going to make him earn it as they work into turn number 1 and 2. Frezzo trying to take a peek down to that inside lane. That didn't quite work. He'll settle back into the number 2 position down the back straightaway. Jared Gilson trying to close the gap on Frezzo as they work into turn number 3 and 4. Michael Greenfield still there at spot number 4. Chris Banofsky has caught the top 4 drivers now as Josh Verne Jr. way out of shape over there in turn number 4. Brings it back on the racetrack. He's had all kinds of handling problems with that ride from the drop of the green flag. But in the meantime, Justin Pope having no handling issues. He's got the lead by about 3 car lengths over Tony Frezzo. That's the biggest lead he has had all race long, by the way. As they work in turn number 3 and 4, white flag will be displayed to Justin Pope. Trying to grab his first heat win since April 26th of this year here at Can-Am. Been a long dry spell as far as heat wins go. Of course, his only feature win came back on May the 31st. So he'd like to change that tonight as the checkered flag waves on the final heat race for the Sundance Leisure Thunder cars. Pope washes wide, won't matter. Justin Pope to victory lane in heat race number 2. Tony Frezzo, Jared Gilson, Michael Greenfield, Chris Banofsky in the top 5, Josh Verne Sr., and Jim Sprague along with the 41 of Terry Gardner will complete it. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the qualifying heat races are complete for all divisions here tonight. It is intermission time. Good time to stand up and stretch your legs.